That's what she said.
Bro,
don't let it out. I'm a pastor.
It's actually on recording, man. Why would you be saying
my
things
career
like that on a camera?
No, it's I love The Office. Michael Scott.
Yeah, practical awkward jokes, man. Let it be known I don't watch The Office. Oh, okay. I watched episode 1, 2, 3. They got a lot enough for me.
What's The Office?
The Office is a
really
sitcom.
Oh, do The Office?
I think the greatest sitcom of all time, in my opinion. People love the Friends, but
Have you The Office?
Michael Scott.
Huh?
Michael Scott. Kuna wana hii Mexican standoff or something. Yeah. You know, I'm very famous on Twitter. Na kuna wana very many GIFs or GIFs. Za Michael Scott.
Okay, so you know what, bro? Just search
The
Office. I can't handle it.
There's no theory about The Office.
No, he wants to say it's used to control people. But
She'll try it.
It's too late. It's too late.
I'll ask somebody to check. I'll ask my wife to kuitafuta.
Sasa unajua umekuja kwa show ya Bachelor kumwambia mambo ya my wife hapa hivi. But unajua John uko bibi?
No, I'm about to get married actually.
What?
Yes.
Hey.
Thank you.
Harusi lini?
Harusi next year, 7th March. Russia is 1st of November.
Usitoke kwa group.
But
But congratulations.
Thank you.
How does one decide to get married? How did you decide now this is the right time for marriage?
Well, I'm a Christian, so there's that.
Okay, I'm a Christian too. But
Okay.
I don't feel like it's
That's
the
a
right
good
time for
one.
marriage.
Yes, I think when the time comes, you'll get to know. Spiritually, at least, you know, you're not a baby or anything. It comes to the things of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And then financially, it's important to be at least not independent, or at least have something going on for yourself. Because I don't think my great grandfather thought about money
When he was getting married.
when he was
But
getting
he had cows. He didn't have
yeah,
money.
they say there was cows, but I mean, still, even at that particular point, there were, factors of production that mattered. And yes, you can say animals, cows mattered, yes. But for me, marriage is more than financial independence. Yes, it's the institution.
So what is financial independence according to
Joseph was a carpenter. Okay, yes. So for financial independence,
you have to do something.
yes.
But why you call it?
That's what I'm saying. There's
You
something.
can never marry right now as a carpenter with these buddies of ours.
Well, you don't have to go for body. The name already tells you.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's in the name.
It's in the name, I say.
Why are you going for a body?
The proof is in the pudding.
A divine feminine.
Actually, I'm very conservative. I'm sure.
What is your type of woman, or what did you go for when you're going for your woman?
family oriented?
What's the last question about family oriented?
Yes.
You meet people who can actually tell you they want family.
I want a huge family,
Uh-huh.
so family oriented. But the most important thing for me was she has to believe of Christ. So I mostly don't mention it because you have to be a human for me to marry you.
Okay.
So for me, you have to be a Christian to marry you. And then yes, she has to understand that the man is the head of the house. I'm very conservative. I don't want the idea. We are equal before the Lord and under the law.
Yes.
But when it comes to a car, we don't have the steering wheel.
Yes.
The man is the head of the house.
And no negotiation about it.
No.
Nzoka Willie behind the camera is, bro. Why are you agreeing to everything, man?
Exactly what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm very conservative, and I know it's not a.
You're actually speaking my brain, because also for me, I don't like that.
But you can't say it out loud.
Yeah, because of.
Yes, for
But
you.
sadly, you've already said it live. Yeah. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is MC Pipita, and this is a special edition of Home Run with Pipi. And I'm here with John Ochola. We are in a very sad state as a country right now with the loss of the former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, who died on the 15th day of October 2025. His burial is set to be on 19th. That is after he said that he wanted a 72-hour period before he gets buried. Of course, people did not like it, but so far so good. 3 days, mourning period is over, and by the time probably this episode goes on, he would have been buried. But what would not have been buried with him is his legacy, his work, and of course, we would like to know what's next after Raila. So John is here with us. I'd like for him to introduce himself. Forget the marriage stuff, but congratulations on your marriage.
Thank you. My name is John Ochola.
Yes.
Yes, compliance officer working for a fintech company called Aperture International Limited. Politically conservative, socially conservative, and a Christian.
When you say conservative, is that what they call leftist?
No.
Am I right?
No, I prefer the right hand.
And on the right?
Yes.
Where the man are?
Where the rational human being is.
Okay.
Yes.
Then let's get to that. Raila Amolo Odinga.
Yes, sir.
Enigma.
Yes, sir.
That's the only way I can describe him. How can you describe him first?
Well, I have a long history with the one Mr. Raila Amolo Odinga. Yes, I remember growing up. I didn't grow up in this city. I grew up in a city far away from here.
Kisumu.
Far away from here. Large water bodies. Large water bodies too. I grew up at the coast.
Okay.
Yes, I grew up at the coast.
Because when I had large water bodies, my head went to Kisumu.
Yes, I know because
Yes.
I'm Kikuyu.
Yes.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yes, I grew up at the coast, and my upbringing
Yes.
was centered around Raila Odinga politically.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my dad, for the lack of better word, were mobilizers for Mr. Odinga at the coast. Yes, so if you talk about the likes of Ali Hassan Joe, I have seen them grow from nothing actually. When I come from the Nyali constituency, which was previously a part of a larger constituency known as Kisauni constituency. Yes. So yes, for me, Baba, I've known him since I was a kid, because my dad was politically, involved. So that spiraled down to me as a child. So yes, I knew Mr. Odinga. So every single time he'd been in the city, I would not see my dad for days until he leaves.
Wow.
Yes. So for me, it was always Raila Odinga. Like he was there's this picture.
What was the packing order in your family? Was Raila Odinga like ahead after God Raila Odinga?
You could say that.
Yeah, because I also had that
Certainly.
experience at home.
You could say it.
I just wanted to know that I was not alone.
Yes, you could say it certainly. There was that, not pronounced, but you could tell that Raila affected how we lived our lives, especially politically, because my dad disappearing and being gone for days, they'll go pick him from the airport, take him wherever he's going, to stay. Their names I couldn't mention. I think there's one. He's a famous brother-in-law to one Kotu Sekjen. I won't mention names.
All right.
But yes, I have seen that man from my childhood. Yes, them doing at the most for Mr. Odinga. And so yes, so growing up, I knew about him, but then you get to grow up and get to know who Mr. Odinga is. And yes, I have photos of him with my dad. Yes, it's a thing I think I have to brag about. That my dad would take photos with Mr. Odinga. And yes, he was an enigma. He was the Nyundo, Hammer, Tinga, all those names actually. I think I lived through all those names because for Mr. Odinga, people say yes, he vied in 1997 for the presidency of this nation, but he wasn't as a big fish as he was, let's say, in 2007 or 2005 when we had the referendum. Yes, I'm pretty young, so for me, let me say, the point where Odinga became alive to me is in 2005, Chungwa Ndizi.
A millennial's view. Actually, we should name this episode A Millennial's View of Odinga, because for me also, it's about that time, because I lived with my grandma from around 2003.
Sure.
So by the time we were getting to Chungwa, I was also growing now cognitive of politics as well.
Yes.
So what was your experience then?
Everything was about orange in my family. Everything was orange.
Why you say everything was orange? What are you saying? What do you mean?
It was a no for the constitution.
Yes.
Then, and to get a part of my life, I wouldn't tell you why people are voting no.
Yeah.
But simply Baba said it's a no.
It's a no.
Oh, it's a no. Would you go?
They didn't even read it.
No, it's a no. Baba's read it for us. I was
Baba
young,
Nikata,
Maki, I wasn't a voter.
Yes.
So I should be excused of this.
Mm.
I'm talking about my parents,
Yeah.
people whom I grew up around.
Yeah.
Once Baba said it's a no, it was a no for it.
Mm.
And the following of Baba, I think at that particular point, I see people say in 2002, he wasn't as decisive.
Yeah.
But 3 years later, he was able to beat a sitting president who had the greatest or the largest mandate
Yeah.
of any
He was
election.
given the full. I think Mwai Kibaki was one of the presidents that was given the full blessings of the people.
Yes.
He was. They really voted directly against Moi.
3 years later,
They are voting against him.
yes, they voted against him when it comes to the constitutional reforms and having a new constitution in Kenya. So
But what happened? I think the falling out part was after he decided to do a cabinet reshuffle, and earlier on they had an agreement with
Yes,
with Mr. Odinga,
Yes.
which makes the point that Mr. Odinga was also in Kibaki's government from the start in 2002,
Yes, yes.
and then they had a falling out, and that's when they started their own Orange Democratic Movement. That is 2005.
Yes, that's 205. You know,
Uh-huh.
he brings up a team
Mm.
of, is it like-mindedness?
Mhm.
Because in Kenyan politics, I think that's a word we should not use.
Yeah.
People who had the same interest
Mhm.
as him,
Mhm.
you know, felt as though Mr. Kibaki, the president, had bamboozled them
Mhm.
of the deals that they had made
Yeah.
before the elections.
Yeah.
And as you've said, the mandate given to Kibaki was a vote against Moi.
Yeah.
People are tired. There was Moi fatigue.
Yes.
So it's not so much about the person, actually.
Mm.
The coalition, yes. The coalition, them coming together as opposition,
Yeah.
the Rainbow coalition,
Yeah.
it played an important role, yes. I'll give it to them.
Yeah.
Yote yawezekana happening at Uhuru Park,
Mm.
I think, other than the gatherings of Raila's burial, that is probably the single largest gathering of people in this country.
Yeah.
People are tired of Kanu, and they're trying out multi-party,
Yeah.
trying out, let's see if this thing is going to work. So yes, 3 years later, of course, yeah, he's out of government, you know, getting out as a minister of roads. Right now, he's building up the political muscles to give it a try at the next elections in 2007, I think 27th, because 97, as I said, there were still big players.
Yes.
The Omalwas were still, you know, in the arena.
Yeah.
We had the Kenneth Matibas still in the arena.
Yeah.
He wasn't as big in 97. Let's
Even
cut him some slack.
Ngilu,
Yes, Charity Ngilu was still there. So yes, 2007 comes, and I remember 2007 quite vividly in my mind,
Yeah.
because I think at that particular time is where he brings the hammer, the car.
Yeah. I actually saw the red car. I was like, oh, yeah, history right there.
Yeah, I see Osama Oterobi running around with one.
Yeah.
Yes, so 2007, you know, there's the grand entrance, there's Hammer, there's Stinger, and Nyundos actually.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand.
Yes.
And the country is painted orange.
Yeah.
Yes, we go to elections and
He won.
he won. Thank you.
Clearly.
Yes, at least they're able to admit
Yeah.
because he's dead.
Yes.
And there are the admissions that you see that the concessions being made right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're scared. I don't know what made them scared to make them before. It's not like Raila was an autocrat. He was a believer in democracy. That's one thing I'll have to give him.
Yeah.
You know, say Mgala Moya Kekempe.
Mm.
Raila was a believer when it comes to democracy. He fought for it.
Yes.
Yes, after serving jail time, he came out, still went out back to the streets for the repealing of the Section 2A of the Constitution. He believed in freedom of speech.
Yes.
I think there's something posted yesterday, that is the 16th,
Yeah.
17th, that he's the only major politician of his caliber who has never sued any media station.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yes.
saw that from Money Academy. We were talking about never. And the way I actually thought he had sued a couple.
And what have they said about Raila?
Conman,
Yes,
Muganga.
it doesn't end there. It's the freedom of speech.
Yeah.
As in, we were having a discussion earlier.
Yeah.
It's the Constitution does not guarantee you protection from your feelings.
Yeah.
There is no hate speech from where I start, from my standpoint.
Yeah.
There's no hate speech. There's only speech.
Mhm.
And there's that. Unless the speech that I'm giving is inciting violence.
Yes.
That's a different thing.
Yeah.
But I should be able to say whatever I want to say.
Actually, democracy is the ability of me being able to listen to you your divergent opinion.
Yeah, it's
Actually, accommodation of divergent opinion is what makes a democracy. Otherwise, it's a dictatorship.
yes, and that is what these men, of course, not alone, but he was at the forefront. And it will you will see when it comes to life. I'm not trying to give a history of his life. I'm trying to give a perception of the man from my upbringing and how I have seen his life unfold, in my life. So yes, there's a 2007 election happens. He wins. Kibaki decides to swear himself by then. CJ Evans Gishero. So it began about 6 p.m. I remember watching it. About 6 p.m. they began the swearing ceremony. And you wonder, why are you guilty?
Yeah.
Because it's a scream of guilt.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this now?
In the evening.
And then it plunges the country into a near civil war, the post-election violence.
Yes.
Because his supporters, you've seen Baba's supporters.
Yeah.
Those who said they were paid, no.
They never were.
Yes, and anyone who knows Baba, those who are close to him, they know there's a word in Luo we have, Jangode. Baba doesn't give money. Oh, no.
He doesn't give money at all.
No, my family would have been a dynasty, I'm telling you. I wouldn't be here.
What do you mean?
I would have been a
Because you've been
dynasty.
telling me, I'm sitting here and you're telling me your dad used to pick him at the airport. I'm
From
like,
Jaramogi, my dad has been
what
very
do you
close
mean?
with Odingas for the longest time.
so he wasn't like giving them handouts or
No.
like,
People followed Raila. People followed Baba.
yeah.
Because they believed in the person.
Wow.
Yes. They believed in the person. They believed in the ideologies.
Yes.
Some of them, not all. But it was more about the person. He was a charismatic individual.
Yeah.
You have to give him that also. And then there was the fighting spirit in him. So I wouldn't say everyone who went to Baba went because of ideologies.
Yeah.
No. That those who went to him because he's Luo, yes, which could be quite a majority of people.
Yeah.
But he also commanded the Western Province. He commanded the coast.
Yeah.
Yes, and Nairobi is Baba's, background, Kibra and all these other places.
Yes.
So it's not just about the tribe that you came from. There's something that the man believed in, and he was able to bring in people
Yeah.
to follow in that vision
Yes.
that he was carrying
Yeah.
as an individual. So yes, the post-election violence happens.
How was it in Mombasa? What was your experience of
Gunshots.
this election?
I had a lot of gunshots. We stopped food. I remember my mom sending me to go buy food. That's the only time I think I grew up on Ndengu. Yes, we call it pojo.
Yeah.
So we had to go buy pojo.
Mkunywa pojo sana.
Mazee mbaya sana. So we had to, buy cereals. We had to stack up food. I remember at one point, if I've been to the coast. We grew up at the coast.
Yes.
We don't live in apartments per se, the high rise.
Yes.
No, it's
Ni
the coast of the
communities.
Swahili,
Yes, Swahili
sort
type
of
villages.
buildings.
Yes.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
So you'll find. So I remember at this particular point, the gate was closed and we had some sort of a ramp at the gate. Somebody came and with a panga, I believe,
Yeah.
and sharpening.
Wow.
Yes. One of the tenants got out of their room that they were living in and demanded to be buried alive. There was some sand by the side of our door. I remember vividly. David, his name was David. David left his family and demanded to be buried in the sand.
When they were intimidating.
Yes, because you would hear, once in a while, you would hear someone just coming and, mapangas in a, how do you call it?
Wananoa,
exactly.
Yeah.
Wananoa
Sharpening
panga.
the pangas, yeah.
Exactly. And I would be scared because I was young. I would see that. And for me, it was probably, I was seeing as like, it's the end of my life.
Yeah.
So they were calling us out. We should join them in the fight. And you'll hear no Raila, no peace.
Yeah.
And they meant it because there are people who died.
Yeah.
I have an uncle in Molo.
Yeah.
I saw him the past year. I used to hear stories about him that we do have an uncle in Molo who was burned. So he has, I think about 80% of his body was burnt. Yes, I saw him last year. And I'm just like, yeah, that's the guy we were telling you about in Molo.
Wow.
So yes, there was that indirectly affected by the violence. But as a young kid, the gunshots and seeing the violence.
Yeah.
And I think at some point you'd see the agitation on TV. You'd see, I remember this particular cop trying to, calm the situation.
Yeah.
You guys can remember him.
Yeah.
He was trying to calm the situation, telling guys, this is our country.
Yeah.
Let us not burn it down.
Yes.
Kofi Annan comes in and Baba shakes hand. I know they say he shook hands with Kibaki, he shook hands with Moi, but it also, they don't show you the other side.
Yeah.
Yes, he shook hands with Moi, as opposed to what?
Exactly.
After being jailed by the same guy for a number of years,
Yes.
came out and shook hands.
Yes.
Shouldn't that be lauded? Should be applauded?
He's forgiving.
Yes.
Because I'd never do that.
Isn't that a trait?
Ukiniweka ndani 3 months, hatuwezi kuongelesha hata mwaka 2 hata ukufe siku.
He loved his mom, from what
he
I'm
came
saying.
to Moi's burial.
Yes, he went and Joey and
Yeah, he actually chased the
Teruburu. He showed up.
Yes.
To the guy. It shows you that even in death, it wasn't.
He was forgiving as well.
Yes, there were interest in politics, but you can see when Moi died, he still showed up.
Yes.
And he was present, and accorded him
an old man send-off.
An old man send-off,
Yes.
a send-off according to the Luo culture.
Yes.
So you'd see, for me, the most consequential handshake is in 2008. And I think that is probably the darkest moment post-independence in this country.
Yeah.
Because I think we're at the brink of a civil war.
Yeah.
The country was already burning.
In a month, we had lost about 1,100 recorded.
If that handshake that doesn't happen,
Yeah.
and he holds on to the say yes, you call him the handshake master.
Yes.
Imagine 208, he doesn't shake hands with Kibaki.
The country bans.
I'm not a counterfactualist, but from what was going on in the country, we're on the brink of a civil war. So for me, that is
I
the
don't
most
think
consequential.
there's one time in recent times that tribes have gone after each other, or personalities
yes.
have gone against each other, that like 2007.
Like 208.
Yeah, 2008, 2007 was...
You'd see, radio would broadcast that a certain group of people should have to leave
Yes.
certain areas.
Yes.
Because this is not your ancestral homeland.
Yes.
You have to go home. And you're like, this is Kenya. What do
And
you
actually,
mean?
media guy was sued in The Hague because of
Yes,
his son.
because for inciting violence.
Yes.
And there are recordings for the same. And the politicians came out. And you'll see militias who are being hired.
Yeah.
You'll see even down south. I don't know when that happened, but the Chinkororo, I think almost at the same period or something, because I remember.
Yes. Mungiki in the middle.
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot of things were happening all at the same time. So yeah, he shakes hands and decides, Musumkate,
Yeah.
I'll be the prime minister. Let's create a role for this. Kofi Annan comes in, Jakaya Kikwete, they all walk in. Sad to say, but from the
Mkapa,
history.
I think it's Mkapa. Is it Mkapa?
No, not Mkapa.
Mkapa
Kikwete.
came in 2013.
I remember I remember Kikwete.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, I remember him standing behind, Raila and the president, and there was the team from both sides, and sadly enough, there were voices even within Mr. Odinga's camp
Yeah.
and the president's camp didn't want.
Hardliners.
Yes.
The ones we call hardliners.
Yes, they
Yeah.
didn't want the handshake to happen.
Yes.
It is either we get this full, or we either have a full government,
Yes.
or
nothing.
Or nothing.
Yes.
And I don't want to mention names, but hopefully history and the Lord be kind to them.
Yeah.
Yes. So that happens. He becomes the prime minister. Then new constitution.
Yes.
2010.
Yes.
And this is the point where I think also as a country we really need to define our politics. We should have done it at that particular point.
Yeah.
But now we stand at a point in history where we either
Make or
let
break.
that which has been be, or we decide to chart a new path
Yeah.
for ourselves.
Yes.
Because tell me, the former president and the current president voted no for the constitution.
Yes.
They voted no.
Yes.
How are you going to vote a pro-slavery in the 19th century US as president of the union? It doesn't make sense.
And still wanted.
Yes.
The president.
Why was Ruto and Uhuru against the constitution? It's very important for us to ask ourselves.
Yeah.
Because these two men, these two former president and the current president, I think they have bastardized the constitution.
A lot. Have you seen the constitution amendment since 2013? After the new speaker in the form of Marende, not Marende, no, forget Marende, Muturi and the core.
Yeah.
They really did a lot of bastardization of the constitution till to death. And you see, it actually came to me that our constitution is not yet complete, and this I blame the people who made the constitution.
Right.
See what happened?
Mm-hmm.
They gave us a semi-complete document.
Mm-hmm.
So we, in their minds, I don't know if they were really Kenyan, but in their minds, they entrusted the remaining part of this legislation
The Yashpal guys.
to the constitution, to the National Assembly.
Mm-hmm.
So you find that now there were some parts that were supposed to be legislated upon.
Mm-hmm.
Look at, for example, the impeachment, for the ones that guys wanted to impeach the MPs. They were unable to do it because there was apparently a law that was supposed to be passed in Bunge,
Mm-hmm.
but for some reason they passed for the MCAs and forgot to pass for the MPs.
Right.
You see, so that with this, is it part of what we are experiencing right now?
It's not really a blame to the drafters of the constitution.
Mm.
What you're saying actually is a lack of responsibility from the citizens.
Yes.
I've written about this. So after the congressional, meeting that had happened in Washington,
Yes.
Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of the U.S., leaves, walking home, meets a woman, but then I think Elizabeth, killing or someone, asks him, "What have we got, Mister?" And he tells the lady, "A republic."
Yeah.
I'm forgetting the word, but he says a republic. If you fight for it,
Yeah.
kindly find out with those words. He says a republic.
Let me
This-
just do it.
If you keep it, thank you.
If you keep it.
If you keep it.
Elizabeth
So
Franklin.
what Benjamin Franklin was actually alluding to, there has to be active citizenry duty to keep the republic. This is a democracy. So amendment is not a bad thing. And that's what Mr. Odinga said during the constitution, the referendum. He said, we have this. Let us pass it, and the areas we don't like, the additives that we want, we're able to amend it later on. But if we, of course, I'm now quoting him. I'm done quoting him.
Yes.
But if we sit back and expect the politicians have our interest at heart, that's where we're
wrong.
missing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
The human beings. There's some bit of self-preservation
Yes.
and self-interest, and the laws they have passed and most of the amendments they've passed, it is the interest of themselves,
Yes.
the elite,
Yes.
the politicians. So I'm not really blaming the drafters of the constitution, but rather we as the citizens, we failed ourselves. We're not active citizens. When I was in primary, we learned about duties and responsibilities of our citizens, the rights and the responsibilities
Yes.
of our citizens. We are so much focused on our rights, we forget our responsibilities
Yes.
as citizens. We only remember them 5 years. Right now, one of the, other than the death of Baba, you'd see on Twitter, X, formerly Twitter, now
Yeah,
X,
yeah.
TikTok, they're calling out the Gen Zs,
Yes.
the Gen Alpha. Go get your votes.
Yes.
Because we only think that's the only time it matters. No. We have to keep the democracy active.
Yes.
Not every 5 years, but even in between.
Yeah.
We have to fight tyranny. But the problem with this country is we let subtlety in tyranny creep in. Because I'll tell you for a fact that the current administration isn't the most vile administration we've had.
Yeah.
I know that does not sit right with many people. But they are simply exploiting what has existed before. It's simple as that. We are living in the most informed generation in all of humanity. Not because there's something we did here,
Yes.
but there's been a cumulative process.
Yeah.
There are
Things
things that
information accumulation.
yes.
And change and all that.
The telephone,
Yes.
Graham Bell,
Yeah.
we're getting the iPhone,
Inventions.
the internet.
Yes.
It's been
And
over
now
time.
we are in AI.
Exactly. So they're exploiting what has been in existence since independence.
Yeah.
Yes, they've only found better ways, and they found that the tarmac has already been laid for them.
Yes.
So it's only landing or taking off, whichever way you want to see it.
Yes.
So you might you'll see it, and yes, I'm not sanitizing what this government, this administration has done. No, but the government did not start using guns yesterday. They used it against Mr. Odinga, but because we were so much, inclined toward tribal affiliation.
Yes.
By tribal, I don't just mean our tribe, Luo, Kikuyu, Luya.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I mean belonging in a particular tribe, in a
Yes.
particular people.
I'm a code guy.
Yes.
And one thing we have also allowed what you're saying is that we allowed people who are not from our tribe, that is our political tribe, to be hurt or attacked.
Yes. That's what the problem has been. The government has always unleashed goons on its citizenry, but because I am pro government,
Yeah.
and this is opposition, they love throwing stones, so they deserve it. They,
Yeah.
they are chaotic people
They are
in
labeling.
nature.
Yeah. The lower people are violent.
Elon Musk posted this.
Yeah.
They don't shoot you because you're a fascist
Yeah.
or a Nazi. No,
Yeah.
they call you a fascist to shoot you.
Yes.
Yes.
They call you a criminal to kill you.
To kill you. They're not killing you because you're a criminal.
Yeah.
So labels already given. So whatever happens to these people, they deserve it. Siona lingwa really.
Yes.
They deserve it. They're quite chaotic,
Wanaharibu
ungovernable.
Yeah.
Then you see last year's protest
Yes.
bringing and tearing down the parliament walls.
Yes.
So are they chaotic? Are they violent in nature? Can we now label an entire generation, because it was mostly Gen Z led?
Yes.
Can we say Gen Z are chaotic? Can we say Gen
I
Z
saw
are
the
violent?
difference, bro. If we had to talk about violence, I think when Baba came, that would be a display of like violence in terms of crowd mishandling.
Yeah.
You know, what happened in Kasarani? Yeah,
Sure.
That was it. But what happened in June 25th, whatever you're talking about, that
Yeah.
surge. It was more of people pushing to get the change. Yeah. But at the end of the day, when the president came before the people, he called them anarchists.
Yeah.
And what happened next? People were killed mercilessly.
Because the previous presidents have not been calling them, because they have been labeling the opposition
Yeah.
in the like manner. So now when there was a people's uprising,
Yes.
it's the same playbook. It's the same playbook. Because you allowed it because it was not you.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's where we need to get rid of we disagreeing,
Yeah.
you becoming my enemy.
Yeah.
Or we having two different, opinions
Yeah.
on a subject matter doesn't make you my enemy.
True.
We agree, let's have coffee. We disagree, let's have coffee.
Sure.
We only win the reason.
Yeah.
Make better arguments. It's as simple as that. I don't have to take up arms.
Yeah. But the problem in Kenyans is, and we need to work on it, is the fact that we are a Boolean kind of relation, a Boolean kind of country. You're either black or white. You're either on this side or this side, and that is what makes the politicians easily divide. Because they find if you're with you, if I'm in Nyanza, for example, if I'm with ODM,
Right.
then I'm okay. No matter what happens to me, I am fine.
So it's the culture.
Yes, so it's deeply ingrained.
It's the culture that we've. I don't know that we chose it for ourselves, or it's a subconscious thing that was ingrained in us. Because if today I ask an individual who voted for this government, ask them, give me top 3 agenda of the government, the 3 things they say they're going to do.
Bottom up.
Yes.
Transformation. Agenda.
That's very conspicuous. And the same thing, you see. So our politics,
Bottom up and transformation agenda.
our politics are not defined by ideologies.
Most people actually, if you ask a lot of supporters of both
Both
UDA and
sides.
ODM,
I was even going to
they
ODM.
wouldn't read they don't know the what do we call it, the manifesto.
The manifesto.
Yeah.
Meet anyone who was in Azimio Moja, kwenye kwanza, whatever alliance calling themselves.
Yeah.
Asking the top 3 things that in the manifesto.
Raila Amolo Odinga.
Baba amesema.
Yeah.
And it's one thing to be ignorant.
Yeah.
It's another thing to be proud of your ignorance.
Yes.
You're proud and loud.
Maybe
Baba
while we
amesema.
are continuing, we are here because we had gotten to 2010.
Yes.
While we are talking about this, it actually brings up the very interesting culture that you were actually talking about,
Yes.
the ametusomea culture. You see, Baba ametusomea. The 2005, as you told me, your dad didn't read the constitution. He was just told me,
No,
Baba
he didn't
amesema.
even read the 2010 constitution.
Yes, 2010, the same thing.
May he rest in eternal peace.
We
I love you, Dad.
didn't. May he rest in peace. But
Uh-huh.
these mistakes, my grandma,
Uh,
I know because she's my grandma.
yes.
She didn't read the constitution, but she voted both times.
Can I
No
give-
and yes.
Can I give you both sides to the
Because
to the
Baba
coin?
kasema.
Can I give you side to the coin?
Yes.
One, we have a very good constitution because Baba said
Yes.
the influence of Mr. Odinga.
Good or bad?
That's the good side of
He
it.
served us.
Yes, they didn't read.
Yes.
But the influence
Yes.
of Mr. Odinga
Mm.
got us the new constitution.
Sure.
His campaign
Yeah.
and his person
Yes.
was very consequential
Yes.
in the voting of getting this constitution passed.
Yes.
There's that side.
Yes.
Let's flip the coin.
Mm.
I remember guys saying, because yes, remember,
Mm.
you're back in coast.
Yes.
Raila taka majimbo, kila mtu arudi kwao. Mjaluo arudi Nyanza, because that was that was what
That was the
being said.
selling point.
The selling point, not the selling point, the selling point of the guys who were in the no camp.
Yeah.
They were saying the old man,
Mm.
they started calling him Raila old for a long time.
Yeah.
The old man
Mm.
wants to send people who are not originally from this point
Yes.
back home.
Yeah.
So if you're Luo, you have to go back to Luo
To
Nyanza.
Lowland.
Yes, if you're Kisi, you have to go back to Kisi land.
Mm.
That was, the
Propaganda.
yes.
Uh.
I'm a Christian.
Yes.
I come from a Christian family and background.
Yes.
Very staunch.
Mm.
And one thing I will hear is
Yeah.
they're passing abortion.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
abortion is going to become legal in this country. And that was also another important selling point of trying to woo the church.
Yeah, and
To
same-sex relationship. Every time you want to
Yes.
catch the cards, you go same-sex
Alphabet.
relationship.
And,
Yes.
and
We can't say it on YouTube if we want to keep our count.
abortion was going to be legalized. So there are people who actually got scared.
Yeah.
And if you ask them why you voted no for the constitution, they'll
Yeah.
tell you abortion is legal.
Mm.
They'll tell you Majimbo is going to send us back to our ancestral,
Mm.
our presumed
Ancestral land.
ancestral
So that
land.
was 205.
No, that's not
That's 2010.
2010.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Mhm.
But you check the constitution today,
Mm.
you're like, no, it's not there. It wasn't there. Because
So we were duped.
if he wanted it to be there, he
Yes.
would have.
Yeah.
Because I see him,
Mm.
I identify with him politically because our politics in Kenya are not categorized into conservative and
Yes.
liberalism. But he's very much on the left.
Yeah.
Baba is very much on the left.
Mhm.
And I don't think I can vote for Baba,
Mm.
or I would have voted for Baba
Mm.
if there was a nationalist conservative individual.
Mm.
I wouldn't have gone for him.
So if let me just stop you there, Brother John. Right now your dad might be turning in his grave right now, hearing you say things like not voting for Baba,
He's proud,
saying that you're not voting for Baba.
very proud.
Oh my God! So listen to this.
Yes.
If your dad hears you, like if you were to say these things
Yes.
right now in the middle of Baba supporters,
Mhm.
nationalist leader,
Mhm.
they call him a statesman. What do you mean?
Let me just jump the gun here. So in 2017,
Mm.
I voted
Yes.
for him.
Yeah.
Yes. I was already politically, aware
Mhm.
of what is going on in the world.
Mhm.
Because yes, I'm a huge and staunch supporter of Donald Trump.
Before you get to 2017, you jumped the gun to 2013. So, but continue. It will take me back.
2017.
Yes.
I voted for him.
Mm.
And then I told myself, I called my friends,
Mm.
and I told them, you know what? There's a friend called Steve. I
Mm.
told him,
Mm.
in the next election, 2022,
Yeah.
I'm going to be at least be ideological
Mhm.
when it comes to the voting.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I consume a lot of Western and the geopolitics,
Mhm.
so I see it's usually mostly defined with the issues
Yeah.
that affects the people.
Yes.
And then I had a awakening moment.
Mm.
So then it gets to 10th of December 2021.
Yes.
Those who are followers of Baba would know this.
Mm.
That's the day he declared his presidency, the Mandela moment.
Yes.
Prior, I told my friends, I'm going to vote best
On ideologies.
Yeah, exactly. A candidate that I see, best fit in pushing this country forward.
Yes.
On the 10th of December, I am watching, TV, and Baba declares his run for the presidency. I was emotional. I cried. I cried.
I couldn't wait,
I cried when they took videos of him, leaving his home in Karen.
Yes.
With Mama Aida beside him.
Yeah.
They're going to the stadium. It was in Kasarani.
I was watching live on YouTube.
I was like, no. Something dawned on me. I love philosophy.
Yes.
So I was asking myself, despite making a covenant myself, being ideological in the next election,
yes,
why do I feel emotionally attached to the man?
Yeah.
Because I cried. I called my friend. I was like, "Hey, bro, hey, Nikubaya Maze, this is the man."
Yeah.
And started saying Baba. We usually have this thing Baba Podpeg. Yes, Baba Podpeg means whatever it means.
Yeah.
He's still strong. He's still the guy.
Yes.
He still has it.
Yeah.
I went and read about it, and that's why I got to realize that politics are very emotional. Yes, and the politicians know it.
Yeah. It's aura farming.
Because
my friend Zekamule is sitting here ready to come to the set.
Yes.
He's smiling. Look at it, eye to eye, because you just
politics is
made him believe in what he says.
Politics is emotions,
I can't have
we
the rest of this show.
and the politicians they know it.
Yeah.
My tribe is my heritage.
Yeah.
My tribe, my people, that's my heritage.
Yes.
So when you invoke my tribe, there is something you're going to,
you're going to my origin. You're going to my roots.
Because human beings, we are biased.
Yes.
And we belong in a tribal, sort of environment.
Yes.
We like that which is familiar to us.
Yeah, familiarity.
My tribe is familiar to me.
Yes.
A Kenyan is familiar to me.
Yes.
So it matters how deep are you able to disintegrate to find what is the most familiar to me.
Yeah.
So politicians use it.
Yes.
And they will not stop using it. But we have to understand our biases.
But if it works, why do you not stop using it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We have to understand. So the point of the citizenry is understand your biases.
Yes.
So I understood that I'm emotionally attached to voting to voting for Baba.
There are people who are listening to this, they're going to be like, no,
I agree.
No.
If you and I today travel out of this country, I don't know you. We meet somewhere, let's pick Liverpool in the UK.
Yeah.
We have a conversation. You tell me you're from Kenya. I'm going to be more interested in you. Because why? You're my countryman.
Yeah, you're from home.
Yes.
And I'll call you my bro. If I introduce you, you realize that if you meet someone from your home, whether in Nairobi or outside the country, and you introduce them to the next person, you instantly introduce them as your brother. And you actually protect each other as bros.
Can I take it further?
Yes.
I realize you're from Homa Bay.
Jahom.
It gets deeper.
Yeah.
The bond becomes stronger.
You're my village mate.
Then I ask, say Kobala. Hey, Omera Bwana.
You are for home.
You know Chola.
Hey.
You see, there is interest. Because that is what
home.
That's who we are as human beings.
Yes.
And we can't run away from it. We have to
our origin,
Yes. And it's for us as Africans, as human beings, the most identifiable bias or trait is skin color. So it is very easy for white men to prefer a fellow white man because they see the skin color. Yeah. But I can't prefer you because I don't know if we meet in a white man's land, we are both
if you're from the same Africa, from Kenya,
Exactly. So when I narrow down and I realize the more I narrow down, there is similarity between you and I become closely
more bonded.
Exactly.
Yes.
But should I let that bias cloud my judgment of you?
Yes.
That's the main question.
Should
I let the politician who comes from my region?
It shouldn't.
Just because comes from my region should cloud my judgment of them.
No.
That's why we're missing the point, and that's why we need to have the conversation on that particular point. Yeah. Yes, you are low. Yes, you are Ogiek. You can't run away from that.
Yeah.
But the matters of the nation supersede that of your tribe.
Yeah.
And you have to make an argument for that. Don't bash them for voting for their tribe.
Yes.
It's a normal human bias and trait found in each and every one of us. If today, people you are here, a stranger walks in I don't know, I'm going to stand by you.
Yes.
Yes.
Without even knowing what you are actually been. I've been out with friends, and this happens for those people. I know you said you're a Christian. Let me talk to my bar friends. For those who go to clubs, and then you're with friends. Like I have a friend called Chemema. Then sometimes somebody's just there throwing hands and you don't know why.
Yes.
But let's first finish throwing these hands and then we'll ask each other. But then bro, ulikuwa unapigana kwa nini ile saa? But not now, but first let's beat. So it's the same thing you're talking about here in voting.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense why the Odingaism has gone so deep in people, because we identify it, our parents identify with it. And most of us actually, as you were saying, we learned from our parents.
Yes.
We learned Odinga from our parents.
But we are living at a time where we are much more educated than any other generation in this country. You'll find that the millennials and mostly Gen Zs are quite a good number, have a degree holders as compared to previous generations relative to themselves. Yes. So we should be able to make better judgment and arguments on voting patterns. True. So instead of bashing, I know we're digressing a lot, but we shall come back. Yeah. I saw a post on X. Someone said, imagine mset kura yangu na yake has the same weight. Yeah. To which my rebuttal was, you don't believe in freedom and democracy. It's type of classism, but it's classist thinking. You think think you're more equal than other human beings. If you think so, then what makes you more equal? Knowledge. Yes. So then pass it down. Yes. If you are scared that your vote has the same, carry the same weight and capacity as, no offense to the Chelsea fan, to a border man, then why not? Our videographer is a Chelsea fan. We need the video. Pun intended. Why not pass down whatever you know to them? There's this series I love so much. It's called The Newsroom. Yes, by Aaron Sorkin. There's a quote by William McAvoy. Yeah. They're having a discussion back and forth with some lady called whatever name she's called. Yeah. And then he says, the most important thing in democracy is an educated electorate. Yes. A electorate that is aware of the precept, at the very least, the precept of democracy. And it's extremely important. Yeah. A knowledgeable electorate. That's all we need. A knowledgeable electorate. Yes. But John, Mwai Kibaki. Yes, sir. Take you back to Mwai Kibaki. Yeah. One of the things that we allowed Mwai Kibaki for, free education. Yes, sir. We had an era of about 15 years of free education, which means by the time we're getting to 2017... 15 years. Free education? Yeah, free education is actually on its way out now. So, yeah, we have to be updated on the facts. They're on the way out with it. It's not free nowadays, these days. Well, it was never free in the first place. We used to take 50 shillings exam fees. No, leave that alone. Yes. The free thing is a socialist idea. Someone is paying for it. I told someone that. I told someone that if it's free, someone else is paying your bill. There's nothing for free in this world. The taxpayers are paying for it. So we paid for it. Yes, it was an expensive venture. Yes. And it's actually coming to bite us in universities. Because you see, the idea was to subsidize universities. And then now, for example, if your course was about 50,000 shillings per semester, you were to pay 20,000, and that is what many people would talk about. Oh, to quite live 20,000 shillings. So what happened was the government would pay your other part. Yeah. But since you already paying your part, the government is not paying its part. Yeah. And right now we are looking at our university sector. That is a conversation for another day totally. Sure thing. But you find that our universities are deep in debt, not because they are mismanaged per se, majorly mismanaged, but because also the government has not been fulfilling its obligations in terms of disbursements and remittances. And that is why they even had to change this funding model, even though it had a lot of backlash, but they were looking at it as reducing the expectations from the government and bringing it back
to the learners and reducing the burden of debt from the universities. So that is what you're actually trying to tell us about as well.
Yes, and I actually agree with the new funding model of the university.
Mm-hmm.
If they can make it work,
Yeah.
I think it's a good one. Because why are we subsidizing for everyone that gets to campus? It doesn't make sense.
A rich man and a poor person
Exactly.
getting the same type.
There are
of
people who can
treatment.
afford that.
Mm.
And one thing you have to understand about human beings,
Mm.
we respond to incentives.
Yes.
Yes, I have the money, but if you're offering me free money, why not?
What did you call Baba again? Jachiga.
Jacomo or what?
No, the one that he doesn't give money. What do you call him?
Jangudi.
Jangudi.
Mkono gamu. I'm not saying that for serious.
Jangudi. Yes, Mkono Gam. They used to call him Mkono Gam. So, I want us to not digress much and come back to 2013.
Yes.
Because also time is running out. 2013, Uhuru and Ruto, fresh from Hague, yeah, team up together. Raila
Still in the egg, not fresh from.
still in the Hague actually.
Yes.
They beat it when they were in office.
Definitely.
So we have Uhuru on one side and Ruto,
Yes.
charismatic young men, actually young men in politics.
Yes.
Kenyan politics, it seems like when you get to 60, that's when you're young.
Mm-hmm.
And on this other side, we have Raila Odinga,
Sure.
fresh from Prime Minister.
Mm.
Why many people talk about 2007 was his winning moment. Why didn't people carry it to 2013 and give him the presidency then? What, in your opinion?
Interesting. So, let me say this. It's true, Uhuru and Ruto won 2013 election. But again, to a staunch Baba supporter, you will say you're making presumptions he didn't win.
Yes.
Yes, it's the two different, points to come from. So why didn't he not win? So just based on the fact that Uhuru and Ruto declared as president.
Yes.
He lost Rift Valley that he had in 2007.
Yes.
Yes, he lost Rift Valley. Just a part of it, I think, Bomet. Yeah, because of
Ruto, the breakup with Ruto.
Not really. Yeah, you could say that, and also I'm forgetting about the governor who died in a plane crash. Laboso, yeah. Yes, the Laboso families.
Was it Lois,
yes.
Lorna Laboso.
Yes, Mr. Odinga had been very close with the family, with the family.
Yeah.
So there's that. Yes, he still maintained the Nyanza region. He still had Western, yes. Coast, there was a split. But as you can see, one of the major failures of Mr. Odinga,
Yes.
going by the statistics, if it's true, and if it's true,
Yes.
if it holds that there was never rigging in any of these elections,
Yes.
is that the turnout from his base is not as what is on the voters register.
Yes.
That has always been what has been hurtful to Mr. Odinga,
Yeah.
especially from his backyard, because it's you come out and see the learners like, "Ay, bwana, bwana imeenda bwana." Instead of voting,
Yeah.
it's the same thing happening right now.
Yeah.
How many people have registered as voters right now?
20,000 last I checked.
Yes, about
In
28,000.
2 weeks.
And the target
I'm actually shocked.
the target is about 6 million. So
Yes.
the Gen Z are out here, one term.
Yeah.
But what are you doing to actualize the one term? The exuberance of the youth. So we get
I don't want to talk,
excited
man. Yeah.
and orgasmic on the idea of one term instead of taking actions of actualizing one term. And yes, I'm not pro one term or two term. Let me just state that in case anyone is
We'll
watching.
cut this part for the
Yes.
TikToks.
I'm on neither side, because again the ideologies are left out. We're just calling out and
We are emotional again. The emotional. Do
Why?
you think the emotions of the electorate have cost us a lot? And that is why I brought you to 2013. Are we so emotional in terms of our voting?
yeah, this especially the church. Ooh, I'm
Yeah.
a Christian, but the church. Oh, I don't know how to say this. Not to go after my own. I am.
You
I am
remember
taught.
you have a wedding to go for.
I am taught not to go after my own.
Yeah.
But there's lack of critical thinking in my circle. I see it a lot. Pastor said, "So shall it be."
Yeah.
Yes. Your pastor is supposed to teach you the word of God, not politics. Yes.
But they politicize in the pulpit these days.
He went to theology school.
Not politics.
You can listen to them
Yeah.
like just any other human beings in matters politics. But I say it with utmost humility.
Tell that to that grandma in the village.
It is their word on politics is not from God.
Oh my God.
Let the gospel they teach the word of God.
Yeah.
So yes, take that. But also there's a scripture. See, I don't know. There's a scripture.
Yes.
Let me talk to Christians here, because it played a part in 2013.
Yeah.
It also played a part in the last year's election,
Yes.
in 2022 elections.
Yes.
Because the church is an emotive place politically,
Yes.
way more than the secular world. Because going against your pastor's decision is akin to going against God's decision, which is not true.
But our pastors are assistant God here in Kenya.
They have imposed in themselves.
Yeah.
But there's something Paul says about a people called the Berean church.
Yeah.
I think in Acts 17:11. He says he liked them more because they searched the scriptures to check whether whatever Paul was saying is true.
Yes.
So Christians were
They
called.
scholars. Yeah.
Yes, they were scholars. And Paul says he loved them more, the Bereans, because they searched the scriptures to see whatever Paul was preaching, is it in the scriptures?
Is it word for word?
Yes.
Yeah.
My religion is not one of, a zombie and someone makes a decision for you. No.
Yes.
We are called to examine the text.
Yes.
We are called to check, is the man of God, whatever he's teaching,
Yeah.
in the word of God?
Yes.
So in 2013, that's what happened. These men painted themselves as though they've been persecuted.
Yeah.
Yes. And they went and tried to, bring in the church.
Yeah.
Of course, tribe was still part of it.
Yeah.
Tribe will always be a major part of our politics. We only have to find ways to channel it to the positive side.
Yes.
We have to find ways of telling guys, yes, keep your tribe as Ogiek.
Yes.
But when it comes to politics, you need to check on 1, 2, 3 things.
Yes.
It's like when you went to an engineering school as an engineer, you are told these are the things you need to check for.
Yeah.
We use we use Newton's first law, third law, and second law.
Yes.
You're not going to bring the laws of inflation into engineering.
Yeah.
And that is the message that needs to be taught to our people, that it's your tribe, but don't bring it into politics. It's your religion, but don't
Nobody's
bring
disputing it
into politics.
Yes.
Yes. It's extremely important.
Yeah.
So yes, they find a place where, a niche where they can, attach themselves. And this is the church, and this is the tribe, and they are accepted. They are being persecuted.
Yeah.
These, they're Barnabas.
It's symbiotic.
Yes, they did nothing.
Yeah.
And the scapegoating, is called out.
Yeah.
It's that man
Yes.
who did it. And they went ahead and voted for people who voted no and campaigned for no for the constitution.
In the very next election.
Yes. And they gave them a 15-year mandate.
It's heading to 20 now.
Yes. No, it's Uhuru 10 and then
Ruto 5.
5. I'm not...
I don't want to preempt myself, because
Exactly.
if we go to 20, then it means our constitution has gone 20 years without being implemented.
That's 15. It would have been beautiful
Yeah.
to have the men who supported the constitution and see how better can we make it.
True.
Called the citizenry.
Yeah.
Because it's a republic. It's called the Republic of Kenya.
Yeah.
The people must be involved in decision making.
Yeah.
That is the essence of a republic.
But what would you wouldn't call what they do as public participation, where you have paid goons to man-mark you and you're making your submission and shout you down if you try and say a fact.
Well,
it's not a town hall. It's basically an echo chamber of set ideas.
I could equally, blame the lion for going after the antelope. Politicians are hunters. It's self-interest. You can't blame them for the doing. We have to hold them to account. That's where you and I come in. I don't know why we don't say this. You can't sit back and say, see, the lion came and attacked the antelope. Yeah. The lion is meant to hunt. Politicians are people who palter, lie a lot. They are people who, make deals, some dark entities. Yeah. Their mind is not as clean, and the lives they live, it's not all that glorious. But we've glorified politics and we've made them demigods. So it's not what they do. It's not what the leopard or the lion does.
Yeah.
It's how do you keep your goats?
Yes.
Is there a fence? you've placed for the gods. And the fence we've placed is the Constitution. That's the Constitution. And we have to enforce the Constitution as a people.
Who nominates the Chief Justice?
The President. But the same is true. Let me have.
Who nominates the chair IBC?
That is not an excuse. Who nominated 3 Supreme Court justices who rubber stamped that the elections in 2020 in the US were credible?
The president.
Who was it? Trump. 3 out of the 9 who were in the Supreme Court, Trump nominated them. 6 were conservative. 3 up to date. The US 6 are conservative. 3 are and the 3 are they are more leaning towards the Democrat side.
Yeah.
But there are cases Trump has lost in the Supreme Court. So it doesn't matter. The independence of the institution has to stand because it is given by law. And what is the mandate of the judiciary? Interpretation of the Constitution. That justice is blind.
Yes.
Yes. The principle of blind justice has to be there.
Yeah.
The ideas of habeas corpus. These are things that the institution in and of itself has to stand, regardless of who appointed you to this institution.
It's loyalties. That's the problem.
Mike Pence, when Trump needed him to not certify the elections in the Senate because the vice president has to certify the elections, Mike Pence went against Trump.
Yeah.
That's how strong the institutions they have built over the years. So it doesn't matter Trump picking as a vice president, but when it came to do that which the Constitution required, he stepped up. So we cannot say because the president nominates a particular group of people, then no, you're nominated, yes, but then carry out your work.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's all we need.
My question here is, I like what you're saying. When we are comparing to a democracy which is over 150 years old, that is an excuse most of us like taking, and I'd like to use it right here. That we have had these opportunities as a people to change the world. So how about as a people we start by changing our expectations? For example, here's the thing: we have a very deep entrenched culture that as we are seated right now, there are young men who would want to be like me, wear a suit, stand in front of people and legislate.
Jackets.
Thank you, man. And legislate. You see, but the problem here is when I get to the ground, Mwananchi wants money. And even when you call Baba Jagundi and all those names, is because most politicians, when people call him, because you have seen how they will be at your house. So
you're welcome. I'm very hospitable.
Welcome to my studio for it. No, not for demonstrations though. So, but bro, here's the thing.
Yes, sir.
The reason why they call politicians who are astute and straightforward like Baba things like gam kono gam is because it is in the culture of Kenyans. The current regime and other regimes have taken power through handouts.
Yeah.
So unless you can let me understand how we are going to end this, because we're just saying right now we are moving to the future. You see, you've highlighted some of the problems that Baba, we can't have a Baba conversation in one podcast.
Definitely.
Yeah, but you pointed out some very nice things, the weaknesses of the people in terms of the tribal affiliations, which is we can actually relatability. You can look at how we voted for the constitution, which was exactly how we actually think as a people.
Sure.
You look at how we have spoken about also the future of our people is also what you had. If each one of us gets that epiphany that you had, that when you go to 2022, you didn't just want to vote Baba because Baba has been in your life for 17 years. That is one thing that I would want us to maybe, as we're coming to maybe the tail end of the conversation, to get to that, as we get our conversation towards that. I want us to talk about how Baba, as a person, Raila Amolo Odinga,
yes,
how he managed to beat this tokenism. How as a young leader who is watching this podcast and is asking himself, can I penetrate? How can he penetrate? You see, for example, how can I make a people want to come to the ground? Because I remember myself, I've never been to Kamukunji grounds for any campaigns or whatever, speeches. Yes. But for a reason, I always knew Baba was going. I always knew Baba atakuwa hapa. And I wanted to be there for some reason. How does a politician get that? There's someone who's watching this and wants to maybe be a politician, but is afraid because of the financial part.
For me, it's not how a politician gets to get, how the political system has already been built. For me, it's how, as the citizens, do we avoid not taking money? Because if you offer me cash and I say no, that's it. It's simple as that. What you're asking me is meant to stop hunting women. No. It's yes. Because that's how the political system is built. But Professor Mangi tried.
Yeah.
When he was running for MP in Stare,
yeah,
he never gave handouts.
And look at how it ended.
He won.
He won against what? Okay, because he was beaten.
No, he won against handouts.
Yeah, he won against handouts.
He showed it's possible.
Yes.
You can get thousands of votes without giving anyone money, and he won it but the virtue that we're using it as an example,
yes,
it shows you something happened there.
Yeah.
That a man in his dream and beliefs,
yeah,
got out, convinced people to
believe.
He
actually fundraised as well.
Yes. And that's how politics are supposed to be.
Yes.
People are supposed to be fundraising for the politicians.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was shocked that Trump fundraised. I was like, you billionaire.
No, he didn't fundraise in the first election.
Yeah.
I remember him bragging about it.
Yes.
But of course, in the second election, Elon Musk came in.
Yeah.
You know, and all these individuals. But that's the US culture.
Yeah.
It's the people, the billionaires, because of course most of them are the lobbyists.
Yeah.
To do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have interest. There are things that are going to benefit the government.
Yeah.
For example, Elon Musk knew his best chance with his companies was the Trump, because the other side already told him, you're not welcomed here.
Yes.
But it's the culture of the people that has to change.
Yes.
We have to preach ideologies.
Yeah.
We have to preach the rule of law.
Yeah.
Which is what Maraga is trying to do.
Yeah.
He's not giving out handouts. He's not as wealthy, and because he didn't, steal money.
Yeah.
I'm checking to see where this leads him or lands him.
Yeah. I'm actually very keen to see.
But Maraga might not be the best example for me.
Yeah.
Because despite the fact that you're not giving money in politics to people, there are things that really matter to people. There is about election winning.
Yeah.
And this is very important even in the West. Can they win an election?
Yeah.
Yes, they have these good ideologies.
Yes.
But can they beat Trump?
Do they have the formula?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And that is one thing I think is missing in his camp. Yes, he's doing things right. But there is something about people. They want to see you on top of cars.
Yeah.
The issues that are going on right now.
You handle them.
Yes, call them out.
Yes.
You have to always be on their faces.
You don't have to be in town halls alone.
Charisma. Charisma goes a long way.
People watching this will be so mad at you. They want charisma.
No, there's reality of things.
Yeah.
And there's ideal.
Define charisma.
Ideally, we should not be attracted to such.
Yeah.
But the reality is, no, you're not going to get the votes. That's the reality. That's the reality.
You see bad things.
No, you're going to be all star spangled. You're going to be, but if you're not going to speak nuanced opinion, even the anecdotes to the people, they're not going to be related to you because there's relatability in politics. Why did they vote Trump? He's a billionaire, but they felt like Trump is one of us.
Yes.
A billionaire living in a tower came and met people in the red states in the Midwestern. They call them the hillbillies.
Yeah.
And they voted for him because he was relatable.
Yeah.
Trump will use the F word.
Yeah.
I'm not encouraging the use of F word,
Yeah.
please. But I'm just saying he'll use the F word. He will give names. Crooked Hillary Clinton, Sleepy Joe Biden, Slapadopoulos.
Shithole countries.
Exactly. there is that relatability.
Yes.
And I think that is what his campaign misses. No, you've got to be aggressive.
Baba was not, and we are talking about lessons from Baba. Baba was also not just that talker. He used to have heavy words.
Not even just heavy
throw
words.
the words Makende kwa mkono yako ijae. Okay, that was.
I'm not saying we have to go there, but once in a while,
Hey. You have to have something. Timmy!
Because it's human nature.
Yeah.
People respond to such nuances. Yes.
People like showmanism. That's what you're saying.
Humanity likes showmanism.
Showmanship. Look at Michael Jackson, the greatest showman of our time.
Yes. It's a simple, and it for him being a musician, it brought him the money.
And you remember Baba in his youth, he would actually commentate ball using the Pentagon. He was like, Kalonzo,
The question
so you have to be there.
Is it wrong to do it?
No.
Exactly.
It's actually, even in literature, we are told to be, you have to have bazaars.
You asked me what's the meaning of charisma.
Yes.
It's the appealing nature of your being. Are you affable? As an individual, I know myself, I'm not charismatic.
Yeah.
I'm not appealing. I'm very opinionated.
Yes.
And human beings don't like that.
Yeah.
Yes. I know it. For me, if you say something stupid, I'm going to call you out because I do not suffer fools.
Yes.
Yes. But there are times when I sit down, I'm like, okay, let me just listen to them. Let me listen to what they're saying. You see, because people like you more when you tend to take in whatever they're saying.
They like sponges.
Yes, no matter how stupid it is.
Yeah.
When you listen to them, they feel like, oh, I was listened to.
Yes.
You see. And that is what this particular campaign is missing.
Yeah.
Instead of doing baba wamba on TikTok, find better ways to communicate your idea. Communication
Oh
is
my
key.
God, bro.
Not
Why
just
would
in
you
life.
be this way with Baba Wamba?
No, I saw the baba wamba. The train is leaving. Really? You're not going to get my votes by baba wamba and gathering some few Gen Zs behind you, and then the train has left. What train? To where? I know you're a man of integrity.
Jesus,
I know
John.
you're going to restore the rule of law.
Yes.
You're going to make sure that all men are going to be equal before God and under the law.
Yes.
I know there's going to be enforceable, private rights, personal and private rights when it comes to property.
Yes.
Because it's a huge problem in Nairobi and its environs.
Yes.
People are scared of building in this city because once you build, some politicians from somewhere will come and say, this is my land.
Yes.
And you can do nothing about it.
Yeah.
It stifles businesses. It stifles growth in an economy. I know that is what the man stands for.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yes.
But the average voter,
does not see that.
who is me, I don't see it. Because I'm an average voter.
What would you like, taking from the lessons of what Raila does, what would you have advised Maraga to take from Raila Odinga, for example?
Connect with the people.
Connect with the people.
That is what...
Do you feel like he doesn't have the connection?
No, he does not.
But bro, he did Baba.
No. I only joined TikTok 5 months ago. I didn't even see it on TikTok.
TikTok has 10 million people, bro. Twitter has, I think, 1.4. Facebook is about 15 to 12 million
But
people.
I don't join TikTok to get my political views. Yes, I joined TikTok because someone convinced me of something. But I believe it's unless you're a creator, be on TikTok. If you're not a creator, I think for most of this...
So you would want him off social media for now, or not make it as his main...
He has to be in the arena.
He's on X Spaces as well.
He has to be in the arena. But be a Balotelli. Yes. Be a Balotelli. We know Zlatan is great.
Yes.
But he will tell you, the lion.
I'm the god.
Yes.
I announced my own transfer to Manchester.
Exactly. When Arsenal came in, Arsene Wenger told him to come and do trials. Say, Zlatan doesn't do trials.
Yes.
Exactly.
Zlatan plays. He's a god.
See, when people not really attacked, when people critiqued the former CJ of lacking charisma, it's the identifiability with the
But that was when they responded to that train challenge.
It's a human, and also they brought the charisma the artist. Apparently,
and they brought Charisma the artist.
Yes, apparently there's an artist called Charisma. Interesting.
You didn't know there's an artist called Charisma?
No, I know Christina Shusho. You're welcome, sir. So, it's the reality of humanity And you can't run away from it. We can sit here and argue the ideals of things. There's an ideal world I want to live in.
Yeah.
But there's a reality of the world that I'm living in. So how do I find my ideologies to match up the reality? It's extremely important.
Yeah.
Get yourself elected. Once you're elected, now chapa kazi. But first, you have to win an election. You're not going to make changes unless you win an election. Let me now bring this to Baba. We understand one thing, if we have to define Baba, of course, fighting for democracy in this country, the multi-party, democracy that we enjoy today. We have the constitution. I know guys in the comments are going to come after me. If I'm going, I know there's a comment somewhere going to say, if I'm going to count the number of times they said I'll be a billionaire. You're welcome. I'm aware of the you-knows that I use. We defined him as one of the key figures in fighting for multi-party democracy. We'll define him as one of the key figures that loved this country and did not want it to be torn apart. That there are times he will put his political interest, and this is for the presidency, just to make sure the country
doesn't burn.
If it is true, if it is true that the last year the military threatened to take over power and Baba shook hands with Ruto, he's a hero to me.
Because we wouldn't wrestle the country away from the military.
I don't want to be under military rule.
Never.
It's simple. People say Bangladesh, Nepal, these are presidential democracies or countries. They have parliamentary, not presidential. We are presidential. We have no, prime minister. But there is that order they had. When the prime minister was ousted, there was still a president who would appoint a prime minister. And we don't know that. I don't take my chances with the military. You go ahead, have the flag of Burkina Faso on your page, but I know you won't take the flight to Burkina Faso and become a citizen. You have Burkina Faso flag and chant
Palestine,
but
you can't.
You're setting me up. Have the Burkina Faso flag and chant, power to Traore, but you are on the street fighting for democracy. Talk about cognitive dissonance, or how do you call it? Yes.
And Traore has now taken it for 2 years now.
And he has shown he's not willing to, to relinquish power.
There is no election, bro.
He has suspended elections.
What do you mean? We are making your country. What do you need the election for? That's what the military will tell you.
I prefer freedom.
Okay, but also the beauty of, for me, I'd rather we get the country from a politician to a politician than from a politician to military. Because
civil authority,
once it gets military, look at our neighbors. I'm not going to name names too because I also travel. But look at our neighbors, the ones that were actually taken by military power. They have had leaders from the same leaders for 20 plus years.
True.
Even the one that we call the very stable democracy, that we don't see their citizens on social media, their leader is actually very active in Congo.
Freedom is very sweet.
I don't name names.
Freedom is very sweet. Extremely sweet. And we don't get to appreciate how the freedom was gotten. Yes. This man who used to be buried on the 19th of October was part and parcel of us having this discussion, calling out the administration. There's a country you can't do that. And we are still not yet there. Our constitution has given us the freedom of speech, but still we find the executive, coming against opposing voices and critiquing the government. But at least we do have it in our constitution. And we have to fight for it. We have to make sure that it stands. Yes, we can't give up.
We can't.
Yes.
We have our country in our hands right now.
Even the individuals who are, speaking spitefully of the man, I'm pretty much sure he will let you speak. And he did. He did. What am I saying? What am I speaking?
He went to. I read one very sad situation where I allegedly he went to a hotel somewhere, and he was told where a tribal slough was thrown there, and he was told, "We don't serve your people here. We don't want your money." He walked away, and I actually wouldn't have known about it. I knew it posthumously.
Yeah.
That is how gracious he was. For one thing, I want to know, to let political interested people to know, you have to be gracious in terms of taking criticism.
As humans, we have to be gracious.
Yeah.
Yes, and
but it's hard to be, you have been criticized. You know how hard it is.
But you have to go. It's okay to feel bad.
Yes.
It's okay to feel the pinch.
Yes.
It means it is true. There's some element to it. It can mean it's true.
Yeah.
Or you're just a child. You don't have emotional intelligence to handle the situation. The last episode I watched here of Yokamuli,
yes,
I criticized him.
Yeah.
Both YouTube comment section. I went on Twitter.
I saw you. I was like,
I took a screenshot on YouTube. I commented on Twitter. I was like, it's not enough. I went to YouTube, criticized, took a screenshot because he didn't see it on YouTube. Took a screenshot, showed him on Twitter. This is who you are. He came after me. I also like it was a sarcastic, you know, with a little bit of puns here and there. But that's a society we need to live in.
Yeah.
And today we broke bread.
Yeah, true.
That's the country that I want to live in.
Yes.
We disagree.
Yeah.
Let's have coffee.
Let's coffee. Bro, I believe one thing that this death of Raila Odinga has taught me as a person is politicians are just human as we are. They break bread the way we should be breaking bread as citizens. I really feel so bad that I when I'm approaching the election cycle, I have to now be aware of my tribal roots, know where I am going, who I'm supposed to be with. And I really feel so bad for some people who want to be in various parts of the country. A few days ago, a lady was on TikTok. She was saying she went to a town, and she was unable to secure a job because she was not an indigenous of that tribe.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. So if we can have that in 20, and they actually told her that you are not from this tribe. You see, and that's why we're not giving you a job. She was qualified, overqualified.
I have faced that, but not in jobs.
Yes. So it happens.
I've been arrested because of my tribe.
Yeah. And why would we have that in Big Goal 2025? That you get arrested because of your name.
Actually, I wasn't arrested because of my tribe. Things escalated when they knew my tribe. I just didn't have a mask on.
And people would say things like Nyinyi wa, and then they go through your name there, Mnakwangana Kibu, and the stereotypes.
We're not proud. We're just aggressive as a people.
Yes. So there would be like stereotyping. A lot of stereotypes goes around, and the stereotypes are catching up. Look at the Kikuyus being labeled as con men and business people and all that. The Luos being labeled as violent. You see, the Luyas being labeled as watchmen and people like eating munch. Basically, I actually.
But what if they do actually?
I actually noticed even news that come from Western are quite bizarre. We have a segment called in things that did not make it the news.
Yes.
And we were highlighting some guy who does not pay bills. He's a teacher in Western Kenya. So the news, they were highlighting that walikuwa wanamfurusha because alipiki bills zake na anapanda pota bure.
Can I say something?
Yes.
There can be bias towards fairness.
Yeah.
Yes, there can be bias towards. It's true. You found a man eating 4 kgs of ugali in Western.
Yes.
But is it newsworthy?
It's not. But that is the point.
It's true you found it. But you could equally as well, on a good day, which is probably December, find someone in Nyanza with a 1 kg of flour.
Take 15 chapatis.
Yes.
First of all with fish.
But simply because Webokolo did it. So it's true he did it.
Yeah.
But
we were having a conversation on that. I don't know what the name is. Maybe tell us on the comment section. But there is a name for it in terms of when news, look at the way we it's like a red card theory but for news. Where, for example, when we had femicide news, it was all femicide. Femicide. When for example this week, I don't know why, but since the announcement of the death of Raila Odinga, I've just seen news of death.
There's a part where our news is controlled.
Yeah.
There's something in the US, the Nielsen reports. The Nielsen reports, and the Nielsen group does reports and research on what people would love to hear.
Yeah.
So I understand that particular bit.
Yes.
That the particular kind of news men and women will love to hear. So in the morning you'll hear, you guy, my show just, you chipod.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Those are the stories guys want to hear in the morning. So you want to bring politics. Very few people are going to tune in.
Yeah.
But in the evening, you'll hear someone saying, Toboa.
Yeah.
There's a program in the evening about Toboa. Very sensual.
Yes.
Yes.
Then there's Kamau Munya at night in Citizen.
I don't know what it is. But you'll hear...
He's been there for ages, bro.
I don't listen to radio.
Oh my God.
Except on my tattoos.
Yeah.
I can't sit down and listen to radio. That's how I was raised.
My passion for podcasting came from listening to radio.
Interesting. So I do understand that there are things they need to report on. I'll give it to them because they need ad revenue.
Yeah.
The more eyes you have, you can cash in on that.
So if I would want to read those awesome news of a girl being chopped into pieces more than...
People say they want to hear news on positive things.
Yeah.
But truly, that is what you want.
You look at the numbers. You look at
the numbers.
The views don't lie. The views don't lie. When you have a controversial take, for example, look at podcasts. Podcasts like this one will get 1,000 views.
Sure.
But if I were here seated with Vera Siddiqa, probably with a bench, but you get the point. But Vera Siddiqa is here on the bench. And he comes, she's here and tells me about somebody's, parts.
Yes.
That podcast gets 1 million.
Or ask you how many times you had sex this year.
Yes, how many times, who should ask for sex?
Yes.
Or who should cook? And that is why many podcasters take that short route.
Yes.
Because it's easier to find scandal. I don't know who slept with who. Basically, it should not be news. It's happening.
Can I say something on Post Baba?
Yes.
And I also relate it.
Yeah.
So the Republican Party is founded in, I think, 1854 as anti-slavery party. It's the party of Abraham Lincoln.
Yes.
1854 is about 70 years, give or take, from the independence of the US.
Yeah.
I think exactly 70 years after the independence, they found the Republican Party. It was anti-slavery.
Yes.
It's almost 200 years, almost 150 years since the death of Abe Lincoln. But the Republican Party is still here today. Began as anti-slavery party because it was founded on ideology.
Yes.
When that particular ideology passed, the party is able to morph into different things to address the issues of their time.
Yes.
People saying post-Baba, the party of ODM is going to disintegrate. Why? Because it was most likely not founded on ideology, but on the person.
Around the person.
So that's the truth of most parties in Kenya. They are vehicles towards negotiating power and getting yourself to the next election.
Yes.
Once power is done, the party
disintegrates.
Exactly. The party was built around the personality, just like every other party.
Who do you think is going to replace him?
Let me just finish this thought. I'll answer your question. But now we have to charter a way forward for the Kenyan parties, for the parties in this country, founded in ideology and the issues that matter today. In the last election, the Republican Party was elected because there are pertinent issues at stake in the US. One is immigration. That was number one. Two was nobody wanted their kids to be chopped. You chop off them their appendages, and you tell a woman is a man and a man is a woman. Oh, I'm very conservative on this. There is a woman, there is a man. I'm dying on that hill. They were able to address the issue where the economy. There's some beat part of the economy and the border. The border was a major crisis. These are the most important issues that got Trump elected. Anti-slavery right now, different issues. ODM founded,
to fight the constitution.
205 constitution. Of course, there's a split.
Get Kibaki out. There was ODM Kenya.
Remember there was a split here. ODM Kenya. Chungwa moja maisha bora. An orange is sweet. Trust me.
Kalonzo Musyoka.
Yes, Kalonzo decided
they went away with
watermelon is sweeter.
Well,
there's that. Now the man is gone. Before calm, chaos. Oh, there's going to be
before
chaos.
the storm, there's a calm. Right now we're in the calm.
No, I'm reversing it. I know before the storm there's calmness. But for me, before we get to a point, if we ever get to a point where there'll be calmness in the party and the country, there's going to be chaos. Because you'd see in Nyayo, people coming eulogizing Baba, Raila, but they're politicians. They're making
statements.
and checking where the interests are. They're making plans. They've already had their strategies to
They're
come
reading
in.
the room. The antennas are right here.
Exactly.
Yes.
They're there crying, but at the same time, their eyes are wide open. Is it Babu? Oh, he's too young. I don't think the Jaws are going to let him.
Yes, Babu.
I don't think the Osotsi and the Arati who've been there for the longest and the most loyal will let him have that.
Yes.
But he has the people.
Yes.
Yes.
So they have to balance.
Yes.
Do we give Babu the people? We have about 2 or 3 minutes. 5. We have 5 minutes.
Yes.
So we gotta keep it going. But the Babu and the Babus of this time, yeah.
Yes.
Babu right now, if you're being honest,
Yeah.
Babu has numbers.
He's a populist, yeah.
He's a populist.
Yes.
If you look back to the song in 2017, which has actually, I feel like it's gonna be part of his story, is the T-Beam and Tialala,
Yeah.
the one you're talking about,
Oh, wow.
charisma.
Yeah.
It came from him.
Yes.
He was the one who said Raila T-Beam.
Yeah,
Raila Tialala.
Exactly.
And that is how it's got to him. So I feel like he also has that base. But you brought in the aspect of the old guard.
Yes.
So the old guard wants the party because the party has a lot of money from the party's fund.
Yes.
And now we have
Has a lot of also
and
influence.
we have Sifuna. And also remember before Baba passed, there was Sifuna, Orengo, Babu Ino.
The dissenting voices.
There was this other guy from Caleb Amisi. So was it a strategic move by Baba to leave them outside so that in case of anything,
Yes.
was they his contingency?
It's politics.
It was a contingency
It's
plan.
politics.
Because why would you say I am against Baba, but you're still his Secretary General?
You are the SG of ODM.
Yeah, and he still let you.
And you quote unquote speaking against what the party leader is saying, and there's no pudging.
Yeah.
Come on,
We have seen patches. We've seen patches in
Yes.
ODM. We have seen patches
In every other
So, Caleb Amisi and the rest, you said
Babu Winos.
Babu Winos being left out of this. What does actually that have in terms of implications?
Implications to who? That's the question.
To the political party that is ODM, because now it seems that the party was already split. It was Baba who was keeping it quiet.
Yes.
So what happens?
The party was already split.
Split.
Yes.
Yes, because some went with Baba most of them went with Baba into government.
Right.
Changed their tune and they even support William Ruto. We saw Pio Wandai
Yes.
coming out and saying that he will be with Ruto even beyond 2027.
Yeah.
And some have, like the likes of Orengo, they didn't buy this. Kina Amisi, Kina Onyonka.
Yeah.
So was it a personal thought, or would you think it's quite
No, he was just being
planning?
That was an emotive statement he made.
Mm.
He was just emotional about it because the administration, the government gave Baba a state, funeral. So it was a careless statement to have been made by Opio and I.
Yeah.
Quite careless statement. Yes, he's a permanent member of ODM, lifetime member of ODM, but such statements are supposed to be communicated by this
Party executive
exactly
committee. Yeah.
after they have convened and have made a decision that this is the way
Their way forward, yeah.
Exactly. What he's doing is trying to split the party, which is not good. Babu and his coterie, people whom he walks around with, they try to make a political and charter their own ways.
Yeah.
Especially now that Baba is gone,
Yes.
somehow Baba was a restraining figure to these individuals.
Yes.
Yes, they did entertain their different voices, not cutthroat, not in the essence that they wouldn't express themselves,
Yes.
but there will be repercussions from the party
Yes.
and the people who are loyal to the party.
Yes.
But they were free. You can disagree with Baba. The people disagreed and even split the party into half. Yes, and still became his deputy in 2 elections.
Yes.
So it's interesting times. They're chartering their own path, which is really good.
Yeah.
They're young MPs, they're young politicians. It's great. They should find their own voices.
Yeah. Baba himself started by going against his own Baba.
Exactly, yes. Baba went against his own Baba.
Yeah.
And see how that turned out to him and worked out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would encourage them to go out. But it's, as I said, it's going to be stormy.
Yes.
Before the calmness is seen.
You said it's the opposite.
It's
not
the
gonna be
opposite.
calm out of
The
the storm.
storm is already
It's gonna be the
brewing.
storm before the calm.
The storm is already brewing.
Yes.
Let Baba rest on the 19th and see what happens. They're going to be fast. And it's going to be interesting because now,
Yes.
let me see where the president sits.
Mm.
The people who were Baba supporters,
Yes.
quote unquote, in government currently,
Yeah.
they are better off because they are in government.
Yes.
They can be promised something else,
Yeah.
but those not in government.
Yes.
But heri nusu shari kuliko shari kamili.
Yeah.
There is something you have here.
Yeah.
But it's going to be very difficult for the president
Yes.
to bring these people on board.
Yes.
Because now he's not negotiating with an individual.
Yeah.
He has to negotiate with individuals.
Individuals, yeah,
Yes.
with different thoughts. And you know, there are people we call Baba orphans, people who have
Yes.
never charted a path away from Baba ever in politics.
True, they're going to be orphans.
Yes.
Equally, they're going to be men who are going to rise to the occasion.
Yes.
It's like a tree has fallen, true. A tree has fallen. It has gone down with the nest that the birds that built.
Yeah.
But equally, there are scavengers who are coming to check what has a tree fallen with.
Yes.
What can we get
From this tree.
exactly?
Yes.
Such individuals are going to exist.
Yeah.
So yes, we have orphans, but equally, they now have a voice.
Yes.
That you are used to, Mr. Joseph Ochola
Yes.
in this land.
Yeah.
Now it's no longer him, it's John Ochola.
Yes.
You have to deal with me.
Yeah.
You have to deal with Derek Ochola, my brother.
Yes.
You have to deal with Martin Shikuku, my brother.
Yes.
You have to go individually.
Yes.
Because there's no collective voice.
Yes.
So whoever is coming to bargain and negotiate with us has to sit down with us. Yes. So the left orphans, yes.
Yes.
But equally, you can now speak for yourself.
Yes.
I'm not saying Baba did not allow them to speak for themselves.
Yeah.
No. There was one party voice.
Yes.
Which
He
was
was
Baba.
the guiding voice.
Exactly.
So what we are going to see is a couple of people who are going to fumble.
Many
people are going to fumble.
Yes.
The Nyanza region, the coastal strongholds, the western strongholds.
region.
Are we going to see a change? Let's start with Western first of all.
So before Baba's death,
Yeah.
this is what I'd envisioned. That Mount Kenya is gone.
Yeah.
He knows probably he can't get it.
Yeah.
But it's politics. We can't just make such statement.
There's
But
2 more years.
Yes.
2 years in Siasa is a long
A
time.
day is a long
Very,
time.
very, very long.
So let's assume he has lost Mount Kenya. So it doesn't matter what you do, you won't get this voting block.
Yeah.
Let's say he had given the Western people a deputy president. Have Baba by himself promise the people of Luo Nyanza some certain slots.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that was the political game
Yeah.
that he was going to play.
Yes.
Have Baba, once I have him,
Yeah.
he's going to marshal his troops.
Yes.
The likes of Joho, and the people from Luo Nyanza.
Yeah.
He's going to have them. But now the Baba equation is removed.
Yes.
It's interesting what the president and even the opposition they're going to do. Because as they saw the people in Kasarani,
Yes.
that's a voting block you'd want.
Yes. That the actual every
Seriously.
politician is salivating about it.
You give me that, I get the presidency. I kid
One
you
time.
not.
One time.
I just have to spark something in them.
And
push a right-wing,
Idea.
and
you're
tell
in.
them, okay,
Okay. Never
for
mind.
another day.
Stop it there.
the Western is going to be more split because the Western region has always been split. There's an idea of
I think it's the clans.
The clans
The clans are making it hard. Bukusu,
you have
Maragoli,
exactly Cabras,
yeah.
and all these things.
Yes.
It's interesting if that will happen in Luo Nyanza. My bet is in Luo Nyanza, there's going to be emergence of other parties.
Yes. Smaller parties.
Smaller parties.
Yes.
They're going to have a voice. The voices of those who are not in ODM and are probably, shunned are now going to be a little bit more
pronounced.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But will the Luo Nyanza be divided as the Western? I don't think so because of the clanism.
Yes.
We don't have that.
Yeah.
Per se.
Laws are laws.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw that in Western and also even in Coast with the Mijikenda,
Yes.
but it's not as pronounced in the Luo area.
No.
Yeah.
Our loyalty is to ourselves mostly.
Yes.
I don't know if that sounds right, but there's something that defines us.
Yeah.
You check the Luos in Uganda, in Sudan, there's that spirit of togetherness as a people.
Yeah.
It's very hard to disintegrate us. Yes, I'm Luo. There is that. I don't know how to term it, but it will be interesting to see it, because this is the only time since independence
Yes.
we're not going to have one voice,
Wow.
a figure.
Yes.
So it is interesting.
Yes.
This is just my speculations based on the culture that I grew up in, based on what I've seen. But independence, you had Jaramogi. At a brief period, Tomboya, he was still there, but Jaramogi was still the main figure. Jaramogi dies, then Baba takes,
Yeah.
the wheel.
Yeah. The mantle.
The mantle, yes. Now Baba is gone.
Yeah.
There is no clear
Successor, yeah.
in the region.
Yeah. Do you think it's also part of his downfalls that he didn't put a clear party hierarchy, and also even in him he did not have a clear successor and I actually saw that in 2022 as well.
You could argue both.
Yeah.
How did Sifuna become the SG for ODM? There's this video Sifuna actually, they stormed ODM after Nababu, messed up.
Yeah.
They stormed the party HQ. There was a lot of fracas when Sifuna became the SG. He declared himself SG.
Yes.
He was a young man. I remember there's this blazer coat he was wearing, a little bit oversized, and tucked shirt. And that's how Sifuna went and became the SG of the ODM. So saying that Baba failed to, have a successor in the Luo Nyanza, who was there? Who did put up himself that here I am?
Nobody offered themselves.
You fight for it. He fought for it. You said he fought his father. Yeah. His father didn't have him as the heir.
His father actually endorsed someone else.
Yes.
Michael Amalwa.
Left the party, went founded his own party, became an MP, resigned from the party as an MP.
First person to do that, actually. But he was really an enigma.
He walked the talk.
Yeah.
He walked the talk.
It's a big shoe to fill.
Exactly.
Probably
it was not handed to him.
Yes.
He charted
his own.
He
built his way.
He built.
And I was telling you off camera that consistency is the difference. And if you look at Baba's style of politics, is consistent. He never stopped politicking.
If I were a politician, I think only inherit his seat. Only that I don't have kind words for politicians. They're going to eat you up. You come in with good ideas, you get in, but the system is rotten. The system is made to extract everything from the economy and the people.
Yes.
So once you get in with your brilliant good ideas, the system eats you up.
Quickly, look at Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
Very good journalists, exposés, left, right, and center. Firebrand politician.
I hope you get to invite me back.
Yeah.
I wrote about this.
Yeah.
There's something known as the sheep of Theseus. It's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
So imagine you have a sheep, you set sail.
Yeah.
After many years of sailing with the sheep, the sheep gets broken, needs repair.
Yeah.
So you decide to repair part by part.
Yes.
And into a point where the sheep that you began with leaving Mombasa, the parts that were in Mombasa are now different parts when you arrive in Cape Town, South Africa. The question is it a new ship?
No. Is it? It is a new ship. But you didn't know it when you're changing it to a new ship.
Interesting.
It's actually new parts.
That by the time you get to Cape Town,
new ship.
Every part that you started with in Mombasa has been replaced with a new part.
It's a new ship.
Okay, interesting. It's a paradox in philosophy. I am an essentialist, so I believe it's not a new ship. Because the design and the essence of the ship remains the same, despite every part being new and being replaced. Say today, we replace our MPs in the next election, about 30%.
Yeah.
And then after that, we replace 50%. That in 30 years, the MPs we have today, either by way of death or by way of elections, have all been replaced.
Yes.
Do we have a new parliament?
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
But we have the answer. We have the history. You can never erase history. That's one thing.
30 years from now, if the current MPs are no longer MPs and we voted them out, piece by piece, we don't have a new parliament.
What do we have?
We have new people coming in, but the essence
of the parliament. What you're talking about is what also happens in the US. The same thing.
This is the point I'm trying to make. That the parliament of this country And all these things were built to serve the executive.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter who comes in.
Yes.
That's what the Muhammad Alis, they come in.
Yeah.
But they're eaten up.
Quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's how the system is built. There is a soul to the system. So it doesn't matter who comes in.
Yes.
So we are only going to have a new parliament
Yes.
if we attack the soul and the essential role of what the parliament is doing outside the constitution.
Yes.
But if we replace parts of parliament, we don't have a new parliament. We just have new faces, but they're going to serve the executive. They're going to serve the purpose to which that parliament has been built to serve. So we have to attack the soul of our politics. We have to attack the soul of the parliament and see what is this parliament doing.
We have about 3 minutes before we run out of time, and I definitely will bring you back for more conversations and chats on this. And this is a very developing story. Definitely in a week or 2 or a month, things will start happening, and we will still have to sit down and talk about it. Maybe you can use this moment to tell us your key learning point from Raila Amolo Odinga as a politician. What can we learn as a people, and what can we do moving forward?
Stand firm with the beliefs that you hold. Have the courage to speak them out, regardless of the position. The courage to utter your beliefs.
Yeah.
Also get to learn from him that we need to carefully examine our beliefs.
Yeah.
We don't believe them just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
But actually, it's something we've examined, it's something we've studied, based on knowledge, based on studies. We have to have substance to our belief.
Yeah.
That's one thing I will see in the man. And the courage to speak it out. The courage to let your life be on the line for the sake of it. That even in 1991, I'm pretty sure, when these men were going out...
Even in death.
Yes. I don't
He went to prison for 6 years.
Still arrested again after coming out.
Yeah, in the 1991 one you're talking about.
7 months,
yeah.
Then you're still arrested, you went back to prison, so on and so forth. When these men went out to fight, I don't think they knew they were going to make it back home. But they still went out to fight nonetheless.
And that's the difference.
Yes.
That you still want to fight even though you know you'll not live.
We are learning them in history.
Yes.
They didn't have history. They were the history.
They were making the history themselves. Yes. The Wangari Maathais of our day. We wouldn't be having Karura Forest if it wasn't for their courage.
They were fighting their convictions.
Yes.
They didn't know one day it's going to matter as much
as we are right now.
But see what it meant to the people.
Yeah.
Kasarani was a statement.
Yeah. The JKI itself was a statement.
That was a statement.
They actually broke, I actually watched about 3 reinforcements before, and the reinforcements were all run down.
Yes.
So I think that is also a statement in itself.
Yeah, so have the courage.
Yeah.
Like I say, just have the courage in your beliefs.
Yeah.
Speak them out loud. Yes, and it's okay to be challenged.
Okay.
I'm going to be challenged on some of the views I've shared here.
Yes.
But I'm going to stand by most of them. But only a fool does not change his mind when the facts change. When facts change, you have to change.
We'll see. Because you said you were supporting Baba and now you moved. I would want to hear, as you're gearing towards 2027, bring a lot of political panels. You moved, you said you examined, you self-examined.
Yes, so, and I said I was only going to vote.
Yes.
Based on
ideologies.
Yes, but
I didn't even ask who you voted for. Kurako Siriako. Kurako Siriako, I say.
I agree with you.
Yeah, so maybe John, you could tell us how guys would like to interact with you. You said you write. I know you write on political issues as well.
Yes, I write on Substack.
Yeah.
John Ochola. I think it's at Ochola or John Ochola.
Yeah. We'll share the link down below.
I write on geopolitics a lot, and of course, philosophy, and a little bit of faith. On X, I think it is at Ochola.
Yeah.
Yes. John Ochola at Ochola. Yeah. On X. Those are the only 2 places I use. I don't use Facebook. I'm not on
You TikTok. Said you joined TikTok 5 months ago.
And I deleted the app.
Wow. You didn't even, you just saw the train.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh man, thank you so much, John Ochola, for that
Thanks for
conversation.
having me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for always supporting our channel. We just crossed 1,000 subscribers. Whoop, 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 whoop. So keep on liking, subscribing. We still have 75% of you who are watching our content without subscribing. Kindly subscribe and like and share our channel each and every time you have a chance. My name is MC Pipita. Until next time, Dark Deb is on the camera. Peace out. Oh, kafunga.